everyone. Welcome to another frequently asked question. Today, our question is, if someone observes my lesson, what are they looking for? So let's take a step back from EL education and think, what are the essential components of ELA instruction, no matter what curriculum we're using? And to answer that, we need to ask two questions. What are teachers doing and what are students doing? So for us teachers, we are following a teaching and learning cycle. Essentially, we teach a lesson and whatever student output comes from that lesson, whether it's an exit ticket, quiz, writing response, we take that formative or summative data and let it inform how we need to adjust our next lesson accordingly so students get the instruction and support they need to meet grade level learning targets. And this cycle repeats. Following this cycle will maximize the impact of our instruction. For our students are essentially reading text, talking about text, and writing about text every single day. And in the description box, I've added a more fleshed out version of this visual called Secondary ELA Instruction in a Nutshell. And it's a resource that's just under 10 pages that really breaks down what ELA instruction looks like in the secondary classroom. All right, so we have these two basic components of ELA instruction divided by teachers' actions and student actions. But what happens when you bring a curriculum into the mix? In our case, EL education. Well, nothing really changes in terms of the fundamentals. Here, this chaotic visual that I've created kind of captures that idea. You see the opening, work time, closing and assessment, and accountable independent work, all key components of the EL module lessons 4, 6, 8. And in each of these components, you should still see the teaching and learning cycle happen, and students should be reading about text, talking about text, and writing about text. Now, the district created a resource called the Implementation Support Guidance, and in this resource, there are a set of indicators that your admin and central office staff are using to help support teachers as they visit schools and classrooms. So, you can't juggle 10 balls at once. And similarly, these indicators have been organized into 3 distinct phases so that we could focus on a handful of indicators at a time. And as you see, right now, I am making this video in November, so we are in phase 2. Here are the phase 2 indicators from the ISG. Feel free to pause this video to take a look, but I'll also include this resource in the description box. And what I did was I created a resource that asked these same questions. What are students doing and what are teachers doing within these indicators? So here is a snapshot of that resource. Here you see indicators B and C, and I pulled from the 6-8 lessons specific examples of teacher actions and student actions aligned to these indicators. So hopefully this is helpful in knowing what to focus on as you receive feedback and support specifically in line with these phase 2 indicators.